one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. It's gotta mean something to you. It gotta mean something. Everything you got. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2 3. 1 2 3.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps cause they know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke. Look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver. Pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends. Don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much I have you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers. Been doing this shit for years. I'm motivated by fears. I took the wheel and I steer. My sound not dictated by fuck boys in Atlanta. Stay gifted like this album was ghost written by Santa. Boss forever like they decided to throw me under slammer. Every song's a hit like they picture me underhanders. I could drop 1,000,000 songs, but they never gon' understand us. Soapbox sermons for niggas never giving chances. Fight our whole lives to get these weak ass advances. Work twice as hard for the shit that they getting handed. And this ain't even nothing we chose, nigga, we branded. Still can't tell why all of these niggas mad at me. I'm trying to get 100 so I can put my team on salary. Give it all to the art, man, I turn my life to a gallery. Man, damn, what a fucked up masterpiece. 1,100 shots and I swear, man, I felt them all. If we ain't even good on our blocks, man, who can we call? Pre-decline state of mind, we broke crabs in the barrel. Got us fighting our folk, man, this shit just a life of peril.
Winning has a price. And leadership has a price.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes? Apples? Things that God gave us for free? Ha! Ha! Da, 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 bullshit. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house.
Welcome back to another episode of Kicking It with Saint. The NBA playoffs are here, baby. And I would have made a video by now. I would have done a show by now about the first games. But we in dire situations over here at the crib, buddy. The internet went out, even though I still had internet. Like the internet just randomly went out, even though I have internet. Then we got it fixed, and a lot of the devices around the house still could not get internet. So it's been very interesting. Give me a second. Okay, so, it's been an interesting week and a half, if you want to say that. But the NBA playoffs are here. The first round is here. We are here to talk. Well, I am here to talk about the first round. Now, I'm not even going to take too long to get into this because, I got a lot to talk about. I don't know if the NBA playoffs are the only thing we're going to be talking about on this show, this episode, but we are going to start off talking about the NBA playoffs because I've watched the NBA playoffs these last two games for the teams that have played twice. Some teams have only played once in the first round. I watched the play-in. I didn't make videos on the play-in because I didn't particularly care about the play-in, seeing as how I'm not a fan of the play-in being a thing. But now the real playoffs are here, and we got to talk about some things because as I'm watching this New York Knicks series, So I'm watching this Knicks series for a couple reasons. The Knicks playing the 76ers. Now, originally I had picked the Knicks to win this series because I thought Joel Embiid wasn't going to be healthy enough to play. Joel Embiid is healthy enough to play, and he's been playing damn good, even with the scare he had in the first game. But Joel Embiid been doing his thing on one leg. Tyrese Maxey, I know he having an improved year. I know this is supposed to be like his breakout year or whatever. But I'm one of them people who still wanted to see him. I wanted to see Tyrese Maxey I wanted to see him have a good little playoff run before I just said, yeah, Tyrese Maxey capable of having a great playoff run. Because coming off of last year, I told you, his run last year to me was tragic. Inability to knock down the 3-point shot. When he couldn't get past his man and get to the rim, he threw up bad shots. Having James Harden as the primary ball handler and whatnot definitely don't help you, because Harden don't really, people keep calling James Harden a point guard and all that. And in my opinion, he is still a 2 guard that run the 1. He is not a true point guard. Like, he ain't even like a pseudo point, like a new age point guard, in my opinion. Because you get a bunch of assists and shit don't make you a point guard, bro. Anybody can pick up a bunch of assists. Anybody can make it their mission to say, I'll just pick up a lot of assists tonight and maybe go for like 10, 15, 20 points. To be a point guard, bro, to be somebody who legitimately is a point guard type of player, you got to be able to set other people up, bro. It's not enough just to be able to, you got a little hockey assist, or you got an assist because you dribble, and finally threw it when the clock was running out. Like, to me, that's not a point guard to me, bro. I don't really know what you call that, but to me, that's not a point guard. So I've never looked at James Harden as a point guard. I don't care how his assist shit be looking. I don't care about none of that. I've never thought James Harden was a point guard. As a matter of fact, when you look at the true point guards in the NBA who really do set teammates up, it's not even just setting teammates up, bro. They understand how to pace the game, pacing of the game, slowing it down, speeding it up, understanding how to break down matchups, understanding the mismatches. It's so much to go into being a legitimate floor general, if you will, like a Jokić, like a LeBron, like a CP3. Hell, even to a lesser extent, you have the Steph Currys, what's my man's name? Put Rondo in that first group. What's my man's name? How I forget this motherfucker's name? Point guard. Trae Young. My bad, Ice Trae. You got those type of guys who are lit. And I don't understand this thing where people keep calling Trae Young overrated. I'm at the point where New York fans got to be the ones taking up most of these surveys. Because if you think I understand thinking Trae Young play bad defense. I get that. To keep saying that Trae Young is overrated, that does not make sense. How is a dude who done led his team to the playoffs multiple times, damn near got him to a finals against better teams, how is he overrated? I really don't understand this overrated thing. And Trae Young is not even the worst defender I done seen in my lifetime. Matter of fact, I'm not finna get on here and match who the worst defenders, but Trae Young fit into the same category as other dudes who I done seen be bad defensively. So to me, I don't understand this Trae Young is overrated thing, but when I'm looking at the guard play and how you define a point, and I don't really even remember how I got to this James Harden topic, but I just don't look at James Harden the way a lot of other people look at James Harden. And so Tyrese Maxey having to play with James Harden and Embiid taking up the majority of the carries, dictating where the ball go, what to happen with the ball and all that type of stuff. I thought that hurt Tyrese Maxey. And so now this year, where he ain't the first option, but he kind of the first option right now because of Joel is hurt, I like this version of Maxey more. He done clearly worked on his 3-point shot in the offseason because he is able to knock down that shot more consistently now. Another thing about Tyrese Maxey is I don't think Tyrese Maxey is like a point guard. He is not a guy who trying to set everybody else up and dictate pace and of whatnot of the game. To me, he is just a great 2 guard a scoring guard, and he played good defensively. To me, when you get Tyrese, he's phenomenal at getting to the paint and finishing at the paint, and he can knock down that 3. With all the stuff he worked on in the offseason, Tyrese Maxey has become a far better player. So even though I didn't have much faith in Tyrese Maxey coming into this series, that's really only because bro, for the most part, when I talk about players, when I make opinions and things like that, I'm just going off of like what's happened. I'm not making shit up. I'm not doing hyperbole. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just basically going off of what I've seen to that point, and I try to form an opinion off of that. So if you a Tyrese Maxey fan, don't take this as me hating on Tyrese Maxey, bro. But getting into the 76ers series, I think the 76ers could have won both of these first 2 games. One of the things that's interesting to me, another reason I've watched this series so closely is because I said I was going to stop mentioning these ESPN and Fox reporters on this show, bro. And I don't mention these dudes for clout. If you listen to the show, you already know that. But I just got to say something, bro. Because there's certain times when people say certain things that's so outlandish, bro, it just pisses me off. Something got to be done about Kendrick Perkins, bro. For one, I don't like Kendrick Perkins, the analyst, bro. I don't know Kendrick Perkins, the human being, but I've imagined I wouldn't like that motherfucker either. However, this dude being able to get on TV and make predictions and things like that just because he a hating ass motherfucker is ridiculous, bro. Like, he don't like the Warriors. So he gonna always talk negative about the Warriors. I don't have a problem. Well, I don't care about that. What I do care about is when you start saying shit like Jalen Brunson is better than Steph Curry, but that's not a conversation that people ready to have. Bruh, because a dude have one season where he can score almost 30 points, that make him better than Steph Curry? And I know some people out there gonna say, well, we're talking about right now. He got a better team than Steph. He had better reliable pieces than Steph, and somehow that make him better than Steph. I don't even like the fact that the all NBA teams is the way they are, because I don't think I would take, the only one I'm not taking none of the point guards in the league over Steph Curry. That's one. 2, it ain't too many power forwards I'm taking over LeBron, or small forwards, whatever position LeBron play nowadays, or KD. This thing where people so ready to get rid of this old generation of talent, bro, is crazy to me. And Kendrick Perkins is one of them. Now, I don't understand his disdain for the Warriors, his hate for the Warriors that he done carried throughout his lifetime. Usually when a motherfucker retire, you would think that would be the end of this. But clearly the Warriors are still in a beef with Kendrick Perkins all the time, bro, because he always saying something crazy about them, or he always going to the next level when he talk about them. I'm almost at the point where I think he say shit just to get a reaction out of the Warriors players at this point, or out of Warriors fans, because some of the shit he say, I understand if you think the dynasty is over and all this nonsense. Some of the outlandish things that he like to talk about when we talk about the Warriors, Jalen Brunson's not better than Steph Curry. Anybody who watch ball knows that. Jalen Brunson is not half the player that Steph Curry is. So this conversation of Jalen Brunson is better than Steph, we just not ready to have that conversation. And this is motherfuckers who is employed on ESPN, bro. This is who giving y'all news. Jalen Brunson is not better than Steph Curry. And this series is showing me that. Like, bro, Jalen Brunson is alright at getting to the rim. He alright. I wouldn't say he nothing special. He a good shooter. He can knock down shots and whatnot. Is he anywhere near the offensive force that Steph Curry is? And do you think if he was defended the way they defend Curry, he would have the success he done had for the 2 years he done had success compared to Steph Curry's success every year? Because see, what Kendrick Perkins would like you to believe is that Steph Curry done took some type of step back. That's not true at all. He just continuously wants to put other people above Steph because this weird hate he got for Steph. Just like Kanye's weird ass hate he got for Drake. Both of these motherfuckers to me is a bunch of weirdos. Lame as hell. Hating on motherfuckers for no reason. But stay tuned because I'm going to be doing some hating in a second. I just don't get it. I really don't. And watching this series, I really don't see why people think Jalen Brunson is special. Now, I know every time I get on here and say somebody is not this or that, or the public opinion that I don't agree with, I could be called a hater. And I know New York fans, if they see this video and if they see this and they hear what I just said, they're going to go off. But listen, would you take Jalen Brunson? Bro, if they offered you Steph Curry right now for Jalen Brunson, you taking that trade, bro. Stop it. If they offered you LeBron right now for Jalen Brunson, you taking LeBron. Like, bro, you keep and it's players who you would take over both of them right now, even with the age. So, like, if I told you take LeBron or Anthony Edwards, most people going to say, nah, I'm taking Anthony Edwards because of the age. This notion, that not even this notion, bro, this desire to quickly name players that's better than the legends that's in the game right now, or the legends that's done carried the NBA for the last couple years. I don't understand this addiction. Like, bro, let it happen organically. I come from a place where we would never say Jalen Brunson is better than certain players until he done achieved something. It ain't just about him being able to average a couple points. Steph Curry, LeBron, KD, and all these other dudes been able to average high-level points for a long time. If that's what's making motherfuckers better than the opposing players who done proven it, then that's insane to me. To me, Jalen Brunson is a great player for the Knicks. And that, and what they do, he could be, to me, the Knicks are not winning a championship because Jalen Brunson can't be your best player, which to me is very evident in this 76ers series. Jalen Brunson haven't been the best player in this series. Not for the Knicks, at least. He ain't been the best. He wouldn't have been the best player on the 76ers right now anyways, because Maxey and Embiid playing better than him and are better players. But Jalen, and I know I'm Jalen Brunson fans right now. I know they can't stand what I'm saying. But when you look at Jalen Brunson's game, bro, from an unbiased perspective, when you look at Jalen Brunson's game, what makes Jalen Brunson special? He not particularly, a great floor general. He not particularly a big time shot maker. I mean, I know he can hit shots, but he not like some clutch fanatic or nothing like bro. I think Jalen Brunson is an all-star level player on I'm not going to say on a year-to-year basis yet, but he an all-star level player during I can't even say most seasons. Going forward, you expect him to be an all-star level player for the most part. Bro, I can name guards right now who is more than an all-star level player. Better than Jalen Brunson. So, Kendrick Perkins and this weird ass fetish that these other people have with Jalen Brunson, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get it. I don't think Jalen Brunson is the player that everybody think he is. I'm not telling you he a bad player because I don't think Jalen Brunson is a bad player. But I definitely don't think that Jalen Brunson is the player that everybody keep making him out to be. And I'm gonna tell you something else. When y'all was killing Becky Hammon back in a couple weeks ago or months ago or even last year possibly, when she said what she said about Jalen Brunson, and I done had problems with Becky, some of the shit that Becky Hammon, some of the shit that come out of her mouth. I'm not a huge fan of everything that come out of her mouth, bro, because I'm not saying she done said nothing racist. She ain't said nothing racist. But some of the shit that she say, I just don't necessarily, I hate somebody who done benefited from, I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say. Just know it's a lot of shit that Becky Hammon say that I just don't agree with. But in that instance, she was right. And if a grown-ass man or another NBA player said that, I don't think the reaction would have been the same. I just think it's a lot of y'all boys out here today that's gay and y'all hate women to a T. Like y'all really hate women and you don't know how gay you really are. But that's the problem. Because Becky didn't say nothing wrong. Like I was seeing people talk. Well, I ain't getting back into that issue. But back to the 76ers game. So I done addressed how I felt about Brunson, Maxey, and all that. Now let's get to the real topic at hand. The end of this game yesterday. Now, I don't think, if you watch the show, one of the biggest reasons I don't watch basketball in general, high school, middle school, college, NBA, because I hate refs, bro. I absolutely hate refs. And when refs start to make it seem like they are part of the game, I can't keep watching. The referees in college basketball are the worst, bro. Are the worst. I can't watch that shit. So I don't watch college basketball, men's. I don't really think it's nothing that'll make me stop watching women's college basketball. unless they get to a point where it's just no stars in women's college basketball, but I doubt that'll happen. Matter of fact, I'm not going to address that, but I doubt that I'd stop watching women's college basketball because I've been watching it for so long. Like, I was hooked on that before I was hooked on the men's. Matter of fact, if it's not for my mom's, I wouldn't even have started watching college basketball for men's. Her being a UNC Tar Heel fan, the only reason that I started watching, because I didn't watch college men's basketball at first. I only watched the ladies. And I was hooked on UConn for a long time. And Candace Parker, Maya Moore, some of my idols, bro. Some of the people who I got the women I watched in college basketball. So I know people who got Caitlin Clark, bro. They loving it. Paige Buckers, Miss Buckets, Juju Watkins and all that. Hey, I got to watch Candace, Stewie, Maya Moore, and Gumake. Like I done got to watch some studs, some. You know what I'm saying? I done got to watch some studs in college. Now, obviously, I done watched all these other women too, but I'm talking about like when I was younger. Because technically, I'm still watching these studs in college. And I'm talking about stud as in like star, bro, not stud as in, all right, bro, let's move on. But the end of this game last night to me, the Sixers were up, I think 6 points with like 30 seconds left, or up 5 points with 30 seconds left. Bruh. This is exactly why I do not like referees. The referee just handed the New York Knicks the game. Now, somebody out there going to be like, well, they still had to make a shot. Well, it's real easy to make that shot when the ref keep giving you the opportunity to make that shot. I don't understand how that foul was not called for Tyrese Maxey last night. When they were inbounding the ball, they were fouling the fuck out of Tyrese Maxey. And it was very evident they were fouling him. They weren't even trying to hide it. I'm almost certain that the Knicks was trying to foul so they could get them to the free throw line or do the thing that they do at the end of the game to make it a free throw game. They right in front of the fucking ref. The ref don't call shit. You just keep letting them foul him. And I'm sitting here like, yo, what the fuck am I watching right now? Tyrese Maxey still found a way to get the ball. He hit the floor because of fouls. He now laying on the floor with the ball. You can see timeouts being called by the 76ers coach, Nick Nurse. Refs pay it no attention. Now, before I keep going, I have a problem with that. People keep telling me, oh, refs is human. Bro, y'all don't say this when y'all team get hoed. So I'm sick and tired of people using that excuse when their team is not the one on the receiving end of some hoe shit. I don't root for neither of these two teams, but I'm very consistent in how I talk about refs, bro. That's my problem. This is why you can't listen to everybody talk about sports. Because soon as a motherfucker who a Laker fan hit you with the Lakers got screwed last night, but then they turn around and be like, man, it's not one play that cost you a game. He said, I can't listen to shit like that, bro. I'm very consistent in how I talk about these refs. Last night, allowing Tyrese Maxey to be, and this is my biggest problem when they say, we just gonna let him play. No, motherfucker, if that's a foul, call it, bro. Your job is to call the fouls, to officiate this game. If you're going to let the Knicks just have a free-for-all foul game at the end of the game, how is that fair? That's crazy to me. And the fact that the NBA, Adam Silver, who's so obsessed with doing shit for the fans when they bitch about something, but every time the players get pissed off about shit, what does Adam Silver do? Nothing. People keep telling me he a player, and I know I go at Adam Silver every time I talk about the NBA, but I need y'all to understand. I do not have a problem with Adam Silver, the human being. I don't know Adam Silver, the human being. Adam Silver, the commissioner, ain't shit. I'm tired of y'all trying to say, oh, this the best commissioner in sports. No, it's not. He just is a dick sucking ass. I was finna say something crazy. He just is a yes man, bro. That's it. He a yes man to the fans, bro. Every time he do something, it's for the fucking fans. And so he know if he get the fans on his side, people gonna lie and keep saying he a great commish. He is not, because he continue to allow the referees to go out there and fuck people over in these games. It's no reason that the 76ers should not have won that game last night, because they should have got called for fouls that was they shouldn't have been called for the fouls, but fouls should have been called for them. They weren't. This end of game report that they do, where they tell you they was wrong, but nothing changes. I'm getting sick of this shit. So now I'm at the point where, because legacies and shit is on the line, and I'm not okay with continuously saying, well, you know, this happened all the time. Bro, this shit should not still be happening all the time. Bruh, Joel Embiid is out there playing on one leg, basically. And that's my thing. People always talk about some who deserved this, who deserved that. And I'm glad I'm not a person who dwell in this deserve type shit. But to you jackass fans who love to say deserve. Do Joel Embiid working his ass off to get on the field, do he not deserve a legitimate opportunity to win this game? He don't deserve that. Him busting his ass to get healthy so he can play in this playoff game. He don't deserve to have a legitimate opportunity to win this game without refs interfering in it with non-calls or ridiculous calls. Because I love to talk about what's fair, what's not fair. Oh, that wasn't fair. Oh, this was fair. I don't give a fuck about all that fair shit. But since we on the topic of it, and that's what y'all like to talk about, is it not fair that Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid put in just as much work as everybody on the Knicks? But they getting holed at the end of the game by some atrocious calls or non-calls. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I did pick the Knicks to win this series. The Knicks should be down 0-2 right now. So I'm not mad that the Knicks is winning, because that just make me look right. But I'm not obsessed with being right to where I can't call a spade a fucking spade. It is absolutely no reason why that call wasn't made last night. And Adam Silver, bruh, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? You sit around, watch these games, and keep letting these refs make egregious plays like this, and you don't say nothing. But let a player sit out. Then you're going to come and have a whole bunch to say. I don't get it. And I don't know how these gambling sites, because I don't gamble on games, but you would imagine with some of this nonsense that's happening, these gambling sites would be pissed off about it. How have they not said nothing about this? How have they not, and they probably have, who knows? You would think they would be pissed off with how the refs calling some of these games. You would think. Because it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the jersey pulling, the pushing, they literally knocked the man over. The call for timeouts, bro. If you can't see a timeout as a referee, what are we doing? It's your job to see the timeout. Not to mention, with all the referees on the floor, not one motherfucker looked over there to see if the coach wanted a timeout after that. All you doing is explaining to me why refs are bad at their jobs, and you keep giving them excuses for them to be bad at their jobs. I don't get it. It's supposed to be some type of standard that these motherfuckers is held to, and they are not being held to no type of standard. And that is bothersome to me. That is very bothersome to me. I do not like it that they are not held to no type of fucking standard. It feels as though they can continuously go out and do whatever the fuck they want. That's what it feels like. They can call a play, they can call a foul, not call a foul, call a phantom foul, make up a call, toss people out of games. At what point do Adam Silver feel like, maybe we should do something about these refs? At what point? Because you can't look at that 76ers game, see blatant fouls that should have been called at the end of that game that ultimately cost the Sixers that game. And see, that's the thing. I don't get on here talking about fouls too much, and you're going to see in a second when I get to this Laker game. Mind you, I'm a Laker fan, so you're going to see in a second. But I'm not a big bitch and complain about fouls. You know my motto. And if you don't watch the show, my motto is, it's way too much shit that happened in the game for me to be getting mad about one play, one call, one missed call, yada, yada, yada. However, I'm not oblivious to the fact that some games are just so fucked by bad officiating that something got to be said about it. I absolutely get that. You don't, no complaint from me on that. I get that. That is sometimes that is a thing that happens. However, I'm not going to bitch about one call when it was so many things that happened throughout a game. That's usually my motto. In this situation, like I said, I'm not oblivious to when things do happen. The refs cost the Sixers this game. And I'm going to be honest, I think the refs done cost the Sixers both of these games with bad foul calls, non-calls. I don't understand. And, bro, I hate Scott Foster so much, bro. Like, I don't hate this man as a human being. I hate him as a referee, bro. I don't understand how this motherfucker is still refereeing games. I really don't. And what one of the things that showed me that, like, the NBA, that Adam Silver just don't care about, like, fair. Your players should never feel like they at a disadvantage because of a referee. Your players, the people who sell the product for you, because there's no NBA without the players. Your NBA players should never feel going into a game that a referee is going to fuck them before the game. They should not feel as though I'm playing for a ref right now that is not going to give me calls or anything because he have a personal problem with me. Knowing that Chris Paul and this ref have a problem, why do you keep allowing him to referee Chris Paul games? And somebody going to be like, well, no, we can't let Chris Paul dictate who referee games or what. Bro, it's not about Chris Paul. See, this is the thing y'all don't, this is what really irritates me. Y'all love to hate on human beings, even when the human being is in the right. And sometimes you hate on a human being for no fucking reason. Or you try to use something from their past that has no relevance. And I'm not talking about somebody who done committed a real crime. I'm talking about a player, an athlete that you don't like. You bring up random shit from, like, last night, people was talking about how the Sixers got screwed. Somebody tweeted, it's crazy that Joel Embiid talking about this and he be flopping all the time. What the fuck do Joel Embiid flopping got to do with what happened to them last night? I hate it when y'all niggas do shit like that. Combining two things that don't make no fucking sense, bro. That's like me having a conversation with somebody and we talking about a Twix and a Reese's on which one is better. And some motherfucker say, man, them 0 bars be hitting. Nigga, I don't care about your 0 bar, bitch. We talking about Snickers and Reese's. I hate it when fans say shit like that. Like, oh, he a flopper. What the fuck do that got to do with them getting screwed last night? I hate it when y'all motherfuckers mix two fucking completely different issues, bro. Let one issue be solved, bro. Let one issue remain that issue. Stop trying to bring up random shit just because you don't like somebody. Chris Paul should not be in a game where he feel like a referee is gonna fuck him. It ain't about if you like Chris Paul. It ain't about if Chris Paul being able to dictate who referee his games. Chris Paul didn't go to them and say, I want this referee right here to referee. He just saying, I don't want this one. This one guy I have a problem with. I feel as though I'm at a competitive disadvantage when he is my ref. You can show clips. He can give you proof of officiating by this dude. And Adam Silver still let him referee Chris Paul games. How do you not see that as a problem? But if a person like LeBron James, who LeBron stands love, oh, they talk about it in a heartbeat. The competitive balance should never be brought into question. That's why you don't let people gamble on the games. That's why you don't let the NBA players gamble on games. Because competitive advantage. You do not want the people who watch this product to feel like they are being cheated because it's scripted or pre-planned. But when you have players who hate certain refs because for valid reasons, and you continue to allow that referee to referee, what would it have been to change the referees for a Chris Paul game? And I know I'm specifically focusing in on Chris Paul and his issue with Scott Foster. But what would it have been to change Scott Foster from that game? To have your players feel like they have a competitive, that it's a fair level playing field, and it's not going to be no shenanigans going on with Scott Foster. Mind you, most of these players don't like Scott Foster. But the NBA wanting to prove that, no, we run this, not the players, they continue to allow this man to fuck games. And at this point, You can make an argument that the motherfucker is fucking games over. You can make an argument Scott Foster is throwing and costing teams games. It is not up for debate anymore. You can literally put together a video essay with proof. Or what you feel is valid proof that the NBA couldn't turn a blind eye to. They would have to look at it and say, yes, I see how this player or team would feel. And I like that. I remember when the Rockets sent in complaints about the Warriors. That wasn't valid. Them boys was just crying because they got tired of losing to the Warriors. The Warriors was beating their asses fair and square, bro. It might have been a bad or a missed call here or there just for it like it was for the Rockets. But it wasn't never no series where the Rockets was just getting screwed by refs. I actually hate that the Rockets had carried that little trend on when they had James Harden and Daryl Morey. Just crying and bitching every time they lost to the Warriors, bro. Talking about some fucking, we got to send in things for... Like, bro, you were losing fair and square. That ain't what this is right here. And it's funny that it's happening with Daryl Morey again. Daryl Morey and the 76ers got every single reason to send in things. Now, the NBA ain't gonna do shit, obviously. Adam Silver does not care about his referees fucking teams over. A team that work as hard as you work. Just imagine this for a second. You grind your whole life to get to these points. You're now in a situation where it's when you go home, bro. That's basically what this is in the 7-game series. And the fucking refs continue to hoe you. Obviously, you can still point to different things in games and whatnot. That's the type of person I am. But when it's so blatant and the calls have such a direct, immediate impact to a game like this, I don't understand why the NBA keep letting these motherfuckers get away with this. It's really frustrating, to be completely honest with you, that they allow the referees to continue to fuck games like this. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. After I watched that 76ers game last night, I didn't even know if I was going to make it to the Laker game because I was so irritated with what I had saw. Mind you, I don't root for either of these fucking teams. I saw the end of the game and said to myself, wow, that's fucked. If I'm Joel Embiid or Maxey, I'm heated. Like, every time I see an athlete attack a referee physically, I always not understood it. I ain't never been, I always say, you can't do that, my boy. But I ain't never said, I don't understand why he just did that. I am at the age and at the point in my life where my disdain for referees is so, like, bro, I don't know if you're going to meet somebody who don't like refs as much as me. Like, dead ass. I cannot stand fucking refs. And while I know you got to have self-control to not fight these motherfuckers or do nothing crazy to them because they are costing you. When I see a player, what if a player get mad one day, so mad one day, and they decide to swing on a ref or do something to a ref? The ref gonna fucking deserve it. And I'm not advocating for players to beat up refs or fight refs. But with Adam Silver having refs go unchecked, because that's what's happening. Power with no responsibility. You give refs power, but you don't hold them to no standard. You don't give them no type of true responsibility that they got to be held to. You don't make them... They can't be punished, basically. You can't talk about refs, which I think is insane. That I understand you don't want players and coaches and every time they get done with a game, going to the press conference and ripping into a ref. Not being able to talk about a ref, though, is crazy. Getting fined for talking about a ref is crazy. Like I said, it ain't nobody more protected in the NBA than a fucking referee. The referee can make mistakes left and right. They can cost people games left and right, and nothing's going to happen. They don't get suspended. They don't lose pay. They don't lose games. They don't lose opportunities. They keep marching their happy asses out there and fucking you left and right. At least in the NFL, referees can be reprimanded. Referees can be fined, I believe. Referees can have their games taken away from them on games they were supposed to work. They cannot do the Super Bowl and shit like that. For some reason, the NBA believe that the backbone of the NBA is referees. That's what I'm starting to believe. They believe referees sell the product because referees the only motherfuckers who don't get fined, don't get in trouble. Like, the referee got to murder somebody for them to get in trouble. Donaghy was betting on games for the longest. I'm pretty sure it was evidence that proved that he was doing it before he got caught. Nothing ever happened to him. Mind you, Scott Foster called Donaghy a whole bunch during that. But that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is the fact that it's absolute power with no repercussion, that's insane. That's insane. And referees, listen, bro, they allowing referees to become what they are in college men's basketball. The entire sport. And like I say, bro, I don't care how much y'all like Adam Silver. I don't like this motherfucker, and he is a terrible NBA commissioner. I don't care what y'all think. David Stern to me was terrible also. The NBA ain't had a good commissioner at this point, obviously, because why everybody keep talking about, oh, David Stern was good because he wouldn't let the players dress like this. Why do y'all care about how motherfuckers is dressing and not what's going on the fucking court? That's what I'm saying. Human beings are so distracted by shit that does not matter. But let's head over to this next game, because a lot of crying and bitching going on in this game. I'm a Laker fan. If you watch the show, you know that. If you don't, I'm a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan my whole life. I grew up watching Kobe Bryant. So, and I say all the time, if Kobe had left the Lakers, I probably would have left the Lakers also. But because he didn't, I just naturally stayed a Laker fan, and I never left the Lakers. I love the Lakers. I thought Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Julius Randle, and the boys was our next great thing. It wasn't. We traded all of them when we got LeBron. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I kept saying before we got him, I don't want LeBron. Excuse me. But we ended up getting him, and it was nothing I could do, so I didn't cry about it. I just accepted it and moved on. Now, losing Brandon Ingram and B.I. hurt my soul, because I was attached to both of them. I was super attached. I watched them since they had got drafted. I watched all the hate that people had for him, all the negative talk that people had for him. Loved those two like they were brothers. So it broke my heart when I saw my young Lakers squad that it was given. Could you imagine if the Lakers squad had the time given to them that the Celtics squad was given? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if because you can't say that Lonzo haven't improved. Lonzo a far better shooter than he was coming into the league. And it's a couple things that Lonzo already did great coming into the league. Like at an A-tier level. Pass, defense, rebound, running the show. He do all those at an extremely high. You could argue Lonzo Ball came into the league already playing defense on an A-tier level. Already being able to run the show as a point guard on an A-tier level, and already an A-tier rebounder. You could literally make an argument Lonzo Ball already did three things at an unreal level coming into to the NBA. The only thing he needed to work on was his scoring, finishing at the rim, shooting off the bounce, catch and shoot. Every aspect of his scoring needed to improve. So while Lonzo needed to become a far better scorer, it was a lot of shit that Lonzo Ball did great off rip. Could you imagine if they had kept him, B.I., Julius Randle, Josh Hart, that young nucleus, Kyle Kuzma, that young nucleus. Now, I'm not mad that they got rid of Kuzma ultimately, because Kuzma was a cancer to that. Kuzma wasn't a cancer. I don't want to call Kuzma a cancer. That's very harsh to say. That's something that them NBA, that's something that them ESPN analysts say. Kuzma wasn't a cancer. Kuzma just did not take shit serious. And matter of fact, I'm not even going to say he didn't take shit serious. Kuzma did not fit with this team because Kuzma thought he was the best fucking player on the team. And when the Lakers, with no guidance, allowed Kuzma to walk around like he was the best player on the team, that's one of the things that started to fuck this team. Because Kuzma is not better than Lonzo or Brandon Ingram. And he's not a more productive player than Josh Hart. But for some reason, Laker fans and the Laker organization acted like Kuzma was their best player out of all them young dudes. And that was absolutely crazy. Like, that was insanity to me. But we done went over my brief little Laker history. You know, I got on Twitter this morning and I saw D'Angelo Russell tweet, "That was a foul. We all saw that on national TV." Bro, get this man off my team. I don't even talk like that, bro. But get this man off my fucking team, bro. You wouldn't even believe that I used to root for D'Angelo because he was drafted a Laker. But I was so ready for Lonzo when we got Lonzo, bro. I still love Lonzo, bro. One of my favorite players in the league, bro. I hope he get healthy. And B.I. You just got to understand, young Laker, that's another reason I went for the Knicks, man. Josh Hart. I just can't help it, bro. I'm always root for the young Lakers, bro, because I'm loyal. It just is what it is, bro. I'm loyal to the Lakers. not to Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and then y'all stands like that, bro. I'm loyal to the dudes who was supposed, bro. B.I. was supposed to still be a Laker, bro. So you already know I'm going for the Pelicans too. And if Julius Randle was playing for the Knicks right now, I definitely was going. I mean, I've been supporting Julius Randle on this. If you didn't realize how deep my love for these young Lakers ran, bro, that's on you. Because I literally done got on here and defended. Now, I know some people just don't watch the show. But if you done been watching the show, I defend Julius Randle every year. When people was dogging Julius Randle, talking about he was a bust after one good season with the Knicks, which how can you call somebody a bust when they done been like the draft? That man done played for the Lakers for multiple seasons and is now a Knick. You can't be a bust after all that, bro. But when people started clowning Julius Randle, saying he sucked and yada, 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 and all that shit, I was like, bruh, what the fuck is Julius Randle supposed to do when there's nobody on his team that can help him get a bucket? He can help everybody else on his team get a bucket, but they can't help him get a bucket. It was bad team building. Nobody on the Knicks at the time could help Julius Randle be better. But Julius Randle was helping everybody else be better. Not to mention, Julius Randle's offensive game wasn't predicated on a skill set. It was predicated on hard work. Julius Randle just worked harder than everybody else. He hustled harder than everybody else on the floor. That's why he was able to get points. Tenacity. It wasn't because he was some ultra skilled dude like a Jokić. He just worked hard. But that's my guy. Shout out to Julius Randle. Anyways, you know, when I saw D'Angelo Russell tweet that tweet, bro, when I saw his tweet, immediately I was disgusted. I was sick to my stomach because that's some hoe shit. I'm just be honest with you. That is some hoe ass shit. Now, I understand if what happened to the 76ers happened to the Lakers. I get it. That's not what happened. For one, and I really, you know, a part of me being unbiased, I'm going to get further in the long run being unbiased, so I'm not worried about that. But I know it's going to be some Laker fans who end up tuning in like, oh, he ain't no Laker fan. He a Denver fan. Yeah, I wish I would root for Denver. Like, what in the fuck reason would I have to root for Denver, bro? Like, Denver is one of the most non-rootable teams in the history of my lifetime. Like, yeah, they had Melo. Aside from Melo, Denver ain't never made me want to root for them motherfuckers. Now, I love Jokić, bro. Jokić. And when I'm going to get to Jokić in a couple, but what the fuck? What, I mean, it ain't really nothing in Denver for me to like. Yeah, I'm a Laker fan, bro. So, but what I'm finna say gonna make you think I'm a Denver fan if you one of them die hard. Laker fans not even gonna have a problem with what I'm gonna say, because Laker fans already know I'm a Laker fan based off of everything I just said about Lonzo, about matter of fact Zoe. Hey, bro, y'all remember my boy Zoe? Swerve. Y'all remember he made that hit Swerve? He called Kyle Kuzma Kylie Kuzma. Anyways, real Laker fans know I'm a Laker fan, bro. They moment of silence for the champions. They say we warriors. They say we in it to win. Hands high for the champions. You know what I'm saying? No surrender, no retreat. We take the battlefield over every time. We came, we saw, we conquered. Listen, bro. Every single thing. Moment of silence for the champions. Hey, oh, oh, oh. That's the sound we hear when we come through. Hey, oh, yeah. Bro, if y'all don't know that Ron Artest, that Meta World Peace Warriors, bro, you're missing out, bro. That shit the hardest NBA track ever created, bro. Fuck Dame Dollar. Listen, no disrespect. Y'all saw Glorilla. Dame Lillard's baby mama called her Glow Lillard. Bro, I tell you, bro, women got some of the corniest fucking comebacks or jokes, bro. On me. Swear to God, bro. What kind of comeback is that? Glow Lillard? You basically just gave Dame permission to fuck her now. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Oh, my goodness, bro. That was weird, bro. But anyways, back to the conversation at hand. Back to the topic at hand. So, real Laker fans, listen, you're not alone. You know I'm one of y'all. You want to, we together in this. We real Laker fans. What I'm gonna need you real Laker fans to do for a second though is sit back and enjoy this, because this ain't about you. This is about LeBron stans and LeBron tards. This is also what I'm finna say. Listen, I gotta be fair to Denver. As us real Laker fans, we appreciate talent. Okay? That's one thing I know. Growing up watching Kobe my whole life, one thing I knew about Laker fans, they gave the opposing players they respect. Now, this new era of LeBron James stands where we blame the coach for everything and all this shit, and you disrespect every player on the other team, and it's always the referee's fault, and we always looking for somebody to blame. That just wasn't Kobe's era. So I'm just not used to being able to, I'm not used to being in an era where where fans blame the ref every fuck. Darvin Ham win games, I don't hear shit. Soon as we lose, oh, it's Darvin Ham's fault. I cannot wait till this motherfucker LeBron get out of LA, bro. I am dead ass serious. I cannot wait till this motherfucker leave LA, bro. Cause I am ready to have the Laker fans. But you know what? I think that's what's making me not watch the NBA as much as I used to. Because as soon as LeBron and AD, I like AD. I like Bron too. And AD could stay, I ain't gonna mind. I am ready for LeBron to leave. His fan base done irritated me to no ends, bro. I am ready to have regular fucking Laker fans back and in charge. I'm ready for the real Laker fans to be the voice of our team again. Everybody who joined the Lakers just because LeBron came over, I'm ready for them motherfuckers to leave. I like Jason Tim. He is only a Laker fan because of LeBron. I can't really say the fan base because the Lakers already got a huge fan base. But a lot of the Laker fans right now is not really Laker fans. It's LeBron fans, people who came over from Cleveland and Miami because LeBron came there. Once these motherfuckers leave, then the Lakers will be whole again. We will be a great franchise again. We will be able to build properly again like we were doing before we got LeBron. The worst thing that happened to LeBron, to the Lakers in my recent memory, is us signing fucking LeBron. Because I don't count that bubble championship as a championship, meaning we have not won a championship since he done come over. LA done more for that motherfucker than he done for the Lakers. And I'm not hating on LeBron right now. I'm just spitting facts. The Lakers done far more for LeBron than LeBron done for the fucking Lakers at this point. People always bitching about, like, he got supporters in the media like Shannon Sharp, who gonna be LeBron, and Nick Wright, who is LeBron apologist. I knew the day he signed right there, they was gonna start disrespecting Lakers greats left and right. LeBron James is not a Lakers great. I don't care about all these records he done broke. I would have preferred him not breaking Kareem's record in a Lakers jersey. A lot of motherfuckers was like, you should be happy he broke Kareem's record in the Laker jersey. Motherfucker, I love Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm a Laker fan. So I respect and revere Kareem. I ain't mad that his record got broken. I'm mad that I was going to say something. I'm mad that a motherfucker who playing Laker right now is the one who broke it. I'd rather have him break that shit if he was a Cavalier still, or if he was a Miami Heat. I didn't want him to break that shit as a fake Laker. I didn't. And listen, I understand how great LeBron James the player is. LeBron the Laker is not a top 5 Laker. I'm tired of y'all saying that, bro. Y'all really irritate me with that. But let's get into this game. The bitching and the whining about fouls, bro. D'Angelo Russell played with Kobe Bryant. D'Angelo Russell's never going to change. I can see that now. He is who he is. And I'm trying so hard not to say nothing disrespectful. But to see the tweet last night, I done watched D'Angelo Russell for a lot of his career because he was a Laker at first. And I watched him every year he was with us. Go into this game last night when the Lakers go up 20 and go look at the bad decisions D'Angelo Russell made. The turnovers, bad shots, not being able to hit shots no more, not taking good shots. Just because you hit shots don't mean you can't take good shots still. D'Angelo Russell is not a championship level player. He's a player who plays also off of emotion and how he feeling in that moment. But it almost feel like it's very rare that strategy comes into play when it comes to D'Angelo Russell. It don't feel like he played, and it's going to sound like I'm calling him stupid or something, but I'm not. But it don't feel like he played a game from an intellectual standpoint. It don't feel like he played a game from a thinking man's standpoint. It don't feel like he think too much when he played a game. That's all I'm saying. It don't feel like when he played a game, he's saying to himself, if I do this, it could fuck this down. It don't feel like that. It feel like he just making decisions as he go. And that's a problem. Some of his turnovers last night, late in that game, when they happened, I said to myself, bro, you can keep tapping yourself on the chest saying it's your fault, but that's not a turnover that should have happened if you just slow down and play right. You're playing like this because y'all up 20 points and you fit, and y'all got this real fuck it type of attitude right now against a team that's done beat y'all 10 times in a fucking row. That's insane to me. I always say do not accept in victory what you would not accept in defeat. The Lakers hadn't even won the fucking game, and they was accepting a bunch of nonsense before they had even picked up the win. Why you think it's so easy for Denver to find ways to beat the Lakers right now? Because they understand how unserious the Lakers players are. They understand that, yeah, LeBron is a great player, so is AD. But all these motherfuckers make dumbass decisions. Because it ain't just D'Angelo. People gonna get excited about LeBron hitting 2 of them threes late in the game last night. What happened when the shot clock still had a whole bunch of time on it and he just launching up bad 3-pointers? Instead of trying to get a better look, an easier look, he just come down and launch up a bad 3. Oh, but say he was hitting them at the end. LeBron James not a great 3-point shooter, so why are we launching that type? You up 20. You lost to this team 10 times in a row. You know they have an automatic bucket over there. You don't want them to get going. So why do things, why take low percentage buckets when you're playing against a team like this? But, we want to get mad about fouls. I saw the D'Angelo Russell foul on, I saw the dude who, Michael Porter Jr., they say he fouled D'Angelo Russell. I saw that. And when they called a foul, I literally said to myself, it's not a foul. I'm a Laker fan. And I saw that play and said, yeah, it's not a foul. Keep playing. I was almost irritated that the ref had stopped the game for that. Not to mention, one of the things that's really starting to piss me off with these Lakers, I watched us last year beat multiple teams in the playoffs because we couldn't outscore them, but we could outshoot them on the free throw line. That was our great equalizer. We couldn't really outscore them. We couldn't make shot for shot with them, but we damn sure could get to the free throw line and hit some shots. Now, last year when the ref was giving the Lakers hella free throw opportunities, I heard the Lakers say that's how we play the game. We don't shoot a bunch of threes. We go inside. No problem with the referees then. Now it's a problem with them. This is what I'm saying. The Lakers have no real identity. Nobody want to admit that, but the Lakers don't have a real identity. They don't have consistent shooting. Austin Reeves, I don't know how many different teams he would be get this type of minutes for. A lot of people think Austin Reeves is a great player. I think he a good player by product, by the fact that LeBron gonna make you a better player regardless. AD is going to make you a better player, not because of anything he do directly for you, but because he is a great player in his own right, and you spend a lot of time focusing on Anthony Davis. I don't know how many teams have Austin Reeves playing big minutes in the lineup. I don't know a single fucking championship team that's got D'Angelo Russell on it. Prince playing minutes. I don't know how many teams giving him big minutes right now. I don't know how. Like, to me, when you look at this Lakers lineup, bro, Rui Hachimura probably get big minutes or get some good minutes for certain teams. Excuse me. But for the most part, this Laker team ain't got an identity. They hoping dudes have good games on a night-to-night basis. They hope LeBron find. And I'm going to tell you the real shame in the Lakers right now. If you look at this, LeBron don't have a go-to move no more. LeBron ain't even a consistent as, like, you can't look at LeBron and think to yourself, he going out there and getting me 40 tonight. LeBron, for the most part, especially if you looked at him last night, is throwing up shit to figure out what sticks at this point. He trying to figure out his offensive game on a game-to-game basis, it feel like. And I'm going to be honest with you, I understand LeBron is an older dude now, so he can't take the pounding that he used to take, and they don't call all the fouls that he would like for them to call. But this version, I have never liked the version of just chuck up a 3 LeBron. Because I understand in a lot of meaningless games, we get happy about that. But just show me, and I know this, he can show you the time against the, what them boys called, the Spurs, where they just let him shoot and he shot them and he won a title off of it. However, when is the last time him just jacking up these type of bad shots won us a game? Don't try to point to LeBron against the Warriors. Go look at LeBron. He wasn't just throwing up threes. LeBron was a unbelievable scorer. He could get to the paint. He could really his biggest weapon is the ability to just bulldoze you over. And I think that's what's done hurt LeBron in his later year. Not necessarily hurt him, because LeBron could still go have big offensive numbers. But last night, it wasn't like LeBron, and he finished with like 27 points or 26 points, but his scoring, carrying your team throughout a game to keep you in games, it just ain't there no more. He was hoping that AD kept it going for the most part. And shout out to AD and D'Angelo Russell, who had it going for the majority. Well, Russ was bad in the second half. AD was bad basically in the fourth quarter. But I don't put that on AD. AD gave you 3 quarters. LeBron got to take it home for you. Other people got to take it home for you. And I understand saying, well, AD the younger player. Yeah. But AD gave me 3 fucking quarters of great play. LeBron James, to me, ended up with that many points by default because he gonna figure out how to score that many points. It just is what it is. He'll figure out how to score that many points. A great scorer, and I know people say LeBron ain't a great scorer, but somebody like LeBron, KD, Steph Curry, James Harden, not James Harden, somebody like that, they gonna find ways to get those points. Paul George, Kawhi, they gonna find ways to get that 20 plus points, bro, because they are great scorers. When you look at LeBron last night, it's not LeBron being a great scorer. It's like he trying to find ways throughout the game. How I'm gonna score here? Should I attack right there? It's not the same LeBron. And obviously, like we just said, LeBron not the same player he used to be. But I think one of the problems with the Lakers having an identity or having a consistent identity is that you can't count on LeBron for every game to be a consistent scorer throughout the game, which is why you need to build your identity around somebody else. Because to still ask LeBron James to go out there and give you close to 30, if not 30 plus a night, especially in the playoffs, it's just not realistic. And I think one of the things that we done been attached to is how great LeBron played throughout his career in the playoffs, and us not realizing that's not the same LeBron James anymore. Like, yeah, it's still LeBron in name and look, but the man's whole top of his head damn near gray at this point. He got gray all through his beard. I know he be dying and shit, but you can still see it. He got a bald spot in the back of his head like KD. My man's old. He can't be the force, and that's really what it come down to. LeBron cannot be the juggernaut type force, the high tide that he used to be. That's something that you want AD to be right now. I don't hate Darvin Ham. I have no problem with Darvin Ham. But you got a defensive-minded head coach, not an offensive-minded head coach. You know why you don't got an offensive-minded head coach? Because you thought LeBron was that type of thing for you. You don't want an offensive head coach when you got LeBron who can run the show. But LeBron getting older, so you got to find ways to help LeBron even when LeBron don't realize he need that type of help. And then LeBron, AD, and D'Angelo being mad about calls after the game and whatnot, bro, that's just a coping mechanism, bro. Calls did not fuck them in this game. It just didn't. You had a 20-point lead. You let KCP start hitting shots. Jokic is unstoppable. This motherfucker might... So Jokic is the best player in the league, but Jokic, we got to start having a conversation. Jokic might be one of the top 10 scorers of all time as far as his offensive package. Because I know he don't got the points yet, but Jokic got one of the most pristine offensive packages I've ever seen. He can shoot. He a knockdown three-point shooter. Not to mention, he don't just throw up threes. People always say, I hate when dudes just launch threes. Jokic is not even just a chucker. Jokic is a legitimate take smart threes, big time type threes, bro. He ain't just launching threes just for the hell of it because he don't got no other type of shot. And I'm really starting to think some dudes just launch a bunch of threes because they don't have another offensive package like James Harden. I don't care how mad y'all get at me for talking about James Harden. It was proof last year in that playoffs. He only got 2 moves, a step back 3 and a layup. Once you take them 2 away, that's about as good as it get for you. He is not a offensive. Like we used to say he was hella offense, like he had a crazy pack. No, he got a lot of foul calls for him. I do not think James Harden's offensive repertoire is that crazy. Now moving on. Jesus Christ, I lose my point like that. Anyways, the Lakers, when you look at Jokic's offensive repertoire, I don't know if I done seen. I mean, he could shoot the three. He could shoot the mid range. He could dribble. He got a handle. He is a floor general. He don't just get assists because he throw hockey or he throw the assist at the last second. He legitimately can set motherfuckers up. He can run the show. He can bring the ball up the court. He bring the ball up the court a lot. It's so many things that make this motherfucker Jokic unreal. And his post game is by far the best post game I done seen in recent memory. I cannot remember the last post player that's got a legitimate post game. Jokic got a post game. Like Jokic got post moves. He ain't settling for one or two moves. Jokic got a package in the post. Joel Embiid is a pretty good post player too. But Jokic is almost an automatic bucket. Like Jokic is damn near an automatic bucket, bro. He made he looked at Anthony Davis, and all I can assume is that he told himself barbecue chicken. Because he looked at Anthony Davis and went and got a bucket. All I can imagine he said is barbecue chicken. Anthony Davis is a big man. And I don't want Anthony Davis to be overlooked in this, how great he played last night. And to be quite frank with you, I'm not too mad about Anthony Davis's post game. They asked him about the thing. He said Jamal Murray hit a shot and he walked off. I understand that. I'm never going to be mad about somebody being mad about losing. Only mad when they trying to make excuses like D'Angelo and LeBron was doing. Anthony Davis played a hell of a fucking game. Here's the problem. And this is what bothered me last night. Anthony Davis having that type of game he had, right? Just hitting every shot. What's the likelihood of Anthony Davis having another game like that? Because it wasn't that Anthony Davis was just scoring all his points in the paint. AD was hitting a lot of jump shots. Jokic's buckets don't come from just jump shots, bro. He can go get you 20 in the paint right now. And it's not a soul in the NBA, except for like probably Valanciunas' big ass, who can defend this motherfucker. And Valanciunas can't do it for a whole game. Jokic is unreal. He literally look at AD, one of the better defensive players in the league, and say, barbecue chicken. And I know a lot of people get mad at Anthony Davis because he just came out and got mad about not being a finalist for the Defensive Player of the Year. And AD, I'm not even going to get mad at you for getting mad about that, even though, you know, Jokic do look at you and think barbecue chicken. I'm not going to get mad at that because Jokic look at everybody and think barbecue chicken. However, it's not even a however. The fact that Rudy Gobert might be about to win his 4th fucking Defensive Player of the Year. Now, listen, I done stopped talking about Rudy. But when I did talk about Rudy, I had a big problem with all them motherfucking Defensive Player of the Years he was winning. Because I'm telling you, the NBA, for some reason, does not really give a fuck about defense. Because if you did, how is Rudy Gobert your Defensive Player of the Year when he can't defend the perimeter? It's dudes in the league right now who can defend the perimeter and in the paint, and they can move around as a defender. I just named two things that Rudy can't do. And it's people who go to the rim to attack Rudy Gobert. But that's your 4 times. See, now I'm just starting to think the NBA just don't give a damn about the Defensive Player of the Year. That's gotta be the thing. Because there's absolutely no fucking reason why these dudes should he should still be winning Defensive Player of the Year. It's no reason. People get mad at Wemby because he could win it when his team had a bad year. Who the fuck cares that his team had, bro? Y'all love to mix individual awards with team success and team awards with individual success. It makes no sense to me. You'll hype up a player who just play with a great supporting cast and a great team all around them, but then you'll hate on a great player who play with nothing around them. It don't make no sense. I done seen Kendrick Perkins and Shannon Sharp bitch about what LeBron got around him. Then This motherfucker got Anthony Davis, a future Hall of Famer, and D'Angelo Russell around him. Who do Curry got around him right now that's beneficial for him? Because I always say, who makes your best player better? I say it with Lamar all the time. Who on the Lakers helps Lamar? Who have they signed to help Lamar? Because I know Anthony Davis do a lot for LeBron. Who is it on the Warriors that's taking pressure off of Steph Curry again? Who is it on the Spurs that's taking pressure off of a rookie in Victor Wembanyama? See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all don't even like Rudy Gobert. You just like hating on other motherfuckers. Because there's no reason, in my opinion, Rudy Gobert should be a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year when that happens. I do not believe Rudy Gobert is now Rudy Gobert might be one of the top paint defenders in the league. The best defender in the league? No, sir. No, sir. And I think his wife came out and was tweeting about it. Bro, I really wish people's significant others would stop tweeting. And I understand that's your significant other and you want to defend him and yada, yada, yada. I really wish brothers, sisters, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, significant others, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife would shut the fuck up when these athletes is being taught. Listen, I understand exactly how you feel hearing somebody that you love be talked about. But you do not help when you come out and tweet or say something too, bro. You don't help. All you do is make yourself a target. And that becomes my problem. When you make yourself a target, they will put you in their radar. You are on their sites now. They will start to attack you. And that's unnecessary. We don't need that. And while I don't like athletes being attacked either, that's their job. They don't have to come to accept this. What they don't supposed to have to try to do is cope with their significant other or family members being talked about. That's why I wish family members and significant others would stay out of stuff like this. Not to mention, people on Twitter is defending Rudy Gobert, so I don't know why his significant other came out and said anything, because for the most part, Rudy Gobert having people defend him, which is very rare, but Rudy Gobert is having people defend him at this very moment, even though I will continue to say he should not be Defensive Player of the Year. But I want to get to something else, bro. Because I'm about to be a hater. And I don't give a fuck. Jamal Murray is not that guy, bro. I'm getting sick and fucking tired of people acting like Jamal. Now, I would take Jamal Murray over Jalen Brunson. I think Jamal Murray is a all-star level player here and there. Bro, it's people using it. Bro, Jokić do so much for Jamal Murray's legacy. I'm going to just put it like that, bro. If you one of them people who think that this is a duo of Jamal and Jokić, to me, this ain't no duo. To me, this is Jokić and the Nuggets. This ain't no duo, because Jamal Murray is not that much better than Michael Porter. He ain't that much better than KCP. He do some things they can't do, but they do some things he can't do. He ain't a good defender at all. So I don't understand how this motherfucker has been deemed not just the second best player on the team. I don't even care about that. People thinking he like some superstar level player or something. Bro, Jokić done more for this man's legacy than any player in the league right now is doing for their second best player's legacy. Because let's just talk about the second best players in the league. Matter of fact, let's compare. Paul George or Kevin or Kawhi Leonard, whichever one you consider to be the best and the second best, you don't consider Jamal Murray better than neither one of them. AD, you're not taking him over AD. And he got a ring. But I don't give a fuck. Jamal Murray, I respect Jamal Murray. I think he's a good player. The way the media talk about Jamal Murray is insane to me. Insane. And the Nuggets do something that really be irritating me sometimes. And it's crazy that it irritates me because I don't root for the Nuggets. I guess I root for Jokić just to have success, but I don't necessarily root for the Nuggets. When Jamal Murray playing like shit, bad shooting, he become a black hole, Jokić still passes this motherfucker the ball, bro. Jokić is such a teammate because I done seen Jamal Murray have some just downright atrocious games, and his teammates still will pass him the ball. And not only that, because he the point guard, he will become a black hole at times. I just don't feel, bro, I don't like watching Jamal Murray play. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. I don't think Jamal Murray is as good as everybody say he is. I don't enjoy watching this motherfucker play. I don't think he a top-level point guard in the NBA right now. I think Jamal Murray done been blessed to have Jokić play alongside him. If Jokić was not on that team, I think you could cut Jamal Murray's points in half, and his production would be non-existent as far. To me, Jamal Murray would be another six-man type of player, a high-level scorer who can't do really shit else for you. And I know that sounds harsh. That sounds very harsh. And it could be some of my Lonzo Ball bias coming out. I doubt it, but it could be. Real Laker fans know we don't fuck with Jamal Murray. However, this ain't me having a Jamal Murray problem, as in me just not liking him. This, my legit problem is that I don't think he is as good as people keep trying to say he is. I don't think he halfway as good as people keep trying to make it seem like he is. I watch Jamal Murray, and maybe it's just me, bro. I'm not telling you that I'm right. I could be wrong. But from my perspective, Jokić do so much for this man's career. Like, to me, and the way Jamal Murray play when he's struggling don't make no sense to me. He make a lot of dumbass decisions, but Jokić is not getting in his face and yelling at him and yada, yada, yada. And Mike Malone still let him launch shots, and that's exactly why he was able to hit that game winner last night in the shot before he hit the game winner. And I tweeted before he hit both of them shots, and it's just my luck. I tweeted, I was like, yo, Jamal Murray is overrated. He followed that tweet with those two shots. So I went and retweeted, I'm clearly the problem, but I stand by my statement. The motherfucker is overrated. I do not care about them two shots he just hit. When you chuck up a 50 piece, eventually two of them should fall. All I know is that, and obviously he didn't shoot 50 shots. Listen, what I'm telling you is this. I don't think Jamal Murray is the player that everybody else think he is. I do not think his skill set is that of what people try to make it seem it is. And that's just my opinion on the matter. I'm not trying to hate on Jamal. I just think what Jokić do for his career and for everybody on that team really is insane. Now this is the beauty in it. Because Jokić played the way he played, Denver has an identity. Not to mention, they have an identity. They have great shooters. They have players who buy into their roles. And Jokić is still an automatic fucking bucket. I mean, it's just... Jokić is a treat, bro. Jokić is a joy to watch. On the next episode, we're going to be talking about other teams in the playoffs. So if you didn't hear me talk about a team that you wanted me to talk about, don't worry, my friend. We're going to get to them. I knew this episode was going to be mostly about the Lakers and Nuggets and the 76ers and the Knicks. So I didn't even waste my time trying to hop around to other teams. But don't worry. We're going to get to Kevin Durant and those Suns and the Minnesota Timberwolves matchup. We're going to get to... I don't know who on God's green earth is watching that Cavaliers-Orlando series, but to anybody watching that, God bless you. But we are going to get to those series also. So with that being said, I appreciate you for joining me on another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Tell somebody you fuck with him. Tell somebody you love him. You could be anything in the world. Choose to be kind to somebody today. Like, subscribe, share. Saint out.
You find yourself alone, riding in green fields with the sun on your face. Do not be troubled. Brothers, what we do in life echoes in eternity.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, you know she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy, scoop her up like I'm raking her something. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber, you out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home. Tight.